the bad, the ugly, ugly, ugly.
Howdy to another DSPB video, cowgirls and cowboys. In this review I'm finally testing the Fuji X-T3 and I'm comparing it to my old trusty Fuji X-T2. I'm not going to repeat every single spec detail of this camera like most YouTubers did. You already watched thousands of reviews, so let's get straight to what's interesting to me. Fuji, why the hell didn't you give it a damn flippy screen and IBIS? I can only imagine how much more cameras Fuji could have sold, but I forgot there's that damn XH1.
Fuji, your image stabilization is less stable than a three-legged coffee table.
Oh, come on, camera conspiracies, it's really not that bad, especially if you have a great lens like the Fujinon or Fujinon 50 to 142.8, like some of my viewers say. But Fuji forgot one more very important little thing, a simple dedicated video record button. Fuji, if you are watching this, give us a damn video record button, so we don't have to turn that dial to the video mode, or let us at least use one of the function buttons as a video record button. The first thing you will probably try on the X-T3 is how fast the video AFC is, but make sure that you set it up right. Go to the AFC custom settings and set the tracking sensitivity to 0 and the EF speed to +5. Now the X-T3's video AFC is faster than Jean-Claude Van Damme's karate chop and a lot faster than the X-T2. You also get a ton of other video features, but the most important setting is of course 4K 60p with 10-bit. Now to get that setting you first have to get your movie compression right, otherwise the 4K 60p setting will be grayed out. And using that setting you only get a 200 Mbps bitrate, but that's still better than the Sony's and most cameras at the moment. You still have your full HD 120p slow motion setting, which now looks a lot better than on the X-T2. And you get the beautiful Eterna profile too. I almost forgot you actually now have a touchscreen on the X-T3, I always forget that. The touch functionality is okay, but it is not nearly as fast like with a smartphone, and you can easily activate functions which you don't need. I find this touchscreen really only useful when you look through the viewfinder. Then you can touch and drag the focus a lot more precisely than with the joystick. Love that, very well done Fuji. Unfortunately, Fuji has decided to put the same small battery in the X-T3 body, which I really can't understand. If you look at the processing power this little beast has and how much power it actually needs. So I made this little battery shootout to see for how long you can actually really record video until the battery runs out. I recorded 4K video continuously on both cameras and started them at the same time. Deleted the files and recorded again without turning the cameras off. The result, the X-T3 lost its power faster than the X-T2, which is of course normal if you look at the processing it has to handle, recording 4K 24p 10-bit with a 400 Mbps bitrate. And after about 43 minutes the X-T3 already showed a red battery sign and the X-T2 still had 2 white battery blocks left. But unfortunately the X-T2 overheated and the recording stopped. The X-T3 kept going without overheating, and even with the red battery sign it kept going until it reached 59 minutes and 44 seconds, so about 1 hour. I'm not going to lie, that's really not that much, but if you have like 3 or 4 batteries, you should be able to record quite a lot. In the future, Fuji, please make a bigger battery with a bigger grip. It's so simple to do. Next thing I've tested was the Face and Eye F, and yes, it's so much better. Portrait shooters will totally love this. Just look at how it tracks the Mona Lisa with a 50 to 142.8 telezoom lens shot from a far distance. It's very impressive. To further test the image quality, I made an ISO shootout. And the result really surprised me because almost any reviewer repeated the same thing all over again, that the X-T2 has better ISO performance on higher settings. Now, like you can see here, the complete opposite is the case. The X-T3 files always looked cleaner, and now even ISO 12800 is very usable. That's a high setting I never ever used on the X-T2. One thing almost no one is mentioning in reviews. The Fuji X-T2 has one huge flaw, and that is the purple grid, unfortunately. If you shoot a lot against the bright sunlight, you can get massive purple grids like this here in your images. With the new sensor in the X-T3, the purple grid problem is pretty much gone. You can still see some purple, but it's not nearly as nasty like on the X-T2. So it's a huge improvement, and I definitely recommend the X-T3 for portraits against the bright sunlight. With the new processor, the X-T3 is fast like Speedy Gonzales. You can shoot 30 FPS with a crop, which is very useful to get more reach like with a teleconverter. And now you also have a sports finder mode, which works very similar to the Sony A9, but for a lot less money, of course. But how good is the result? Well, with the current firmware, the result is like from what the fuck? Why did it lost focus suddenly to what the fuck? Did it really track 33 shots in focus? Well, I got 33 shots until my memory card was the real limitation here. Nonetheless, Fuji definitely needs to improve the AFC performance, and they already showcased a new firmware update like you can see here.
So today he's showing the latest firmware for X-T3. Right? X-T3 we launched less than 6 months ago.
Yes.
Now, our software engineers keep working.
Right.
So this is one features.
Yes,
Next.
on the left-hand side is the current firmware of the X-T3. And
Can you go back one more?
Yeah.
One more time.
And the right-hand side with the firmware, as you can see, the tracking performance is better.
Yeah.
Our favorite camera of the year.
It's so hard, especially compared to the Sony a7 III, which was groundbreaking for its price. But I felt like the Sony a7 III was kind of made up of parts of cameras we'd seen already.
Yeah.
Whereas the X-T3 had this like new novel focusing system and no viewfinder blackout when shooting sports. And it has just like the amazing controls and lenses for the Fuji cameras that we really love.
Always love the usability, how fun it is to use, but it also has incredible autofocusing during video mode as well. It's a versatile.
It's versatile. It does 4K at 60 frames per second.
It's the winner. It was a tough one, but the X-T3 took it.
Congratulations, Fuji. It was a tough fight with all the big camera manufacturers putting in, but I think that is overall the best camera of the year.
So congratulations, Fuji.